first down. They hand off to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, INDY. And again, it's picked up. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with his second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's gonna go. A pick six for the Maniac.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
Hey, what's going on, Colts Nation? Xavier Caudill here, bringing you 3 key matchups that are really going to be prevalent in this Colts versus Lions matchup. First matchup is going to be Frank Ragno versus Grover Stewart. Next is going to be Kenny Gallaudet versus Xavier Rhodes. Then after that, it's going to be Trey Flowers versus Anthony Castanzo. You know, of all the matchups, I think it's really going to be the most important. I truly think this Frank Ragno versus Grover Stewart is going to be a big one. Of course, Kenny Gallaudet versus Xavier Rhodes, yeah, that's going to be big. Kenny Galladay's their real big threat guy, but I think this Grover Stewart one technique versus Frank Ragno being one of the best run blocking centers in the league, it's going to be a big one. Our defense has really benefited from great play from Grover Stewart this year. He's definitely had a breakout year. Great time to have it, especially on his contract, or being his contract year. Frank Ragno, I really can't brag on him enough. I think he's a great player. I consider myself kind of a connoisseur of offensive linemen. I really like watching offensive linemen, grading them. If you take a look at my channel, that's really all I do on it. I post pics and stuff too, but I like to grade these offensive linemen, give people a barometer on who's the best, who's good, who's bad, etc. And like I said, he was the 20th pick in 2018. He should have went higher, but he got injured his senior year. It kind of hurt his draft stock, but he still went first round. So that tells you what kind of player he is, to be able to break his ankle his senior year of college and still go first round. You know, like I said, he's an elite run blocker. Easily one of the best run blockers in the league. I put him up there with Rodney Hudson. I put him up there with Ryan Kelly too. Guys like that. J.C. Treader. He's really of that caliber. And for young centers, if you want to put him side by side to a young center, I think he's better than Eric McCoy in my opinion. But yeah, let's get into the film here. First play we got, we're going to see him double teaming onto one of the best 3 techs in the league. That is Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett is hands down a top 5 3 tech in this league. He's aggressive, he's physical. You could put him anywhere on this defensive line and he would be a great player on this line. You could put him defensive end, you could put him 1 tech, anywhere you want. You'll see him at the 1 tech actually in our second clip versus Ragno. But here you're going to see a power run concept. You're going to see them trap this tight end, let him kick this defensive end out, and you're going to see them build that wall and pick up all these linebackers for a big hole, really big hole. Safety has the feel and make this tackle. But this is a really good job by the offensive line, especially Frank Ragno on this big hole he creates here. Let's see it. Put it in slow-mo. See a step initially. Okay, there's a step. Boom, good angle. Gets a hat on him. See that? That's Grady Jarrett. Gives him a great push, lets his guard take him over and really seal him out. And get a great block there. And then the rest of the line does their thing, and this is a huge gain for them. This is something you're going to see in a lot of their film. They like this power run, mostly because their offensive line has really improved. I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with the Lions' offensive line, how well they've been this year. And it's going to be a really good matchup for a defensive line, but especially Ragno versus Stewart. Seeing how Stewart's been one of the best 1 techs in the league this year, like I said, it's going to be a dogfight down there all game. But right here, again, he takes a really good aggressive step, hits him, knocks him over off his pivot, and then works up and gets a hold of him and continues to block. That's a really good job by him. Like I said, I can't really brag on Ragno enough. I really love him as a player. In this line scheme, I'd like to see him in more of a run dominant team, like maybe the Ravens or something. But still, yet I think where he's at, he's going to do good regardless, because he's pretty solid in his pass protection too. Next play is going to be 6:08 in the first. This is going to be a one-on-one block against Grady Jarrett on a zone right. And like I said, this is super impressive. This is Grady Jarrett. They have him at the one tech now. He can play anywhere on the line. He takes a really good step there, gets his hat on the outside shoulder. Right here, he's beat him. He's beat him, and he's moved him 6 yards. And I really can't stress this enough. If you guys know who Grady Jarrett is, you know how big that is. If you don't know who Grady Jarrett is, go get to know him. The guy's a stud on this Atlanta defensive line. Right there, he takes a really good angled step, hat on the outside shoulder again. Uses his left hand to jack him up and get him moving. And this is just 6 yards of movement one-on-one against one of the best defensive linemen in the league, hands down. That is a phenomenal block right there. That is just excellent. And as you see, Swift is looking for him. He runs right off his hip, follows his blocker, sees just all this room. Look how much room is right here. I mean, he doesn't get touched for 6 yards, 7 yards. And I understand this is the Atlanta defense, but Grady Jarrett isn't a joke. So Ragno being able to go one-on-one with their best defensive lineman and move him 7 yards is really big for their team. They have to love that. And there's a reason they like running up the middle so much, is because they know Ragno is going to be a consistent force there and keep them moving. But that's all the plays I have for him. Let's go over to Grover Stewart. I got a couple plays of him versus the Browns. And the reason I picked the Browns is obviously the Browns have one of the best offensive lines in the league, rivaling us, a few others, Saints, people like that, Green Bay. Green Bay just lost their best lineman, left tackle Bakhtiari, and that's going to be a big hit for them, so I really don't like throwing them in that conversation anymore, but they're still really good. Let's go ahead and hop into this game. First play here for Grover Stewart, we're going to see a really good job of what he does the best, and that is being aggressive with his hands, getting off the ball hard, and fighting his block. Right here, he's shaded on J.C. Tretter. J.C. Tretter is one of the best centers in the league. Top 5, top 7 at his position easily. He has been. He's really consistent. J.C. Tretter's a great offensive lineman. And here you're going to see him get off the ball, extend his hips, get his hands on, and fight his block, and jack J.C. Tretter up. The thing that Grover Stewart does the best to me, that I really enjoy watching about him, is just him changing the line of scrimmage. And that's a really good barometer for any defensive lineman you're going to see. If they get off the ball hard, fight their block, get their hands on, and change that line of scrimmage, pushing offensive linemen back, they're going to disrupt plays. That's how it works. And here you're going to see a really good job by Grover Stewart on this play. Fast forward a little bit, get to the play. There. Boom. Gets off. See, changes the line of scrimmage. Notice how he's further knocked back. Runs with him. And then makes this tackle. That's a really good job. If you have a one technique that can go solo with one of the best centers in the league and really fight him and make a tackle 3 gaps over, yeah, that's phenomenal. That's exactly what you want out of your one technique. Grover Stewart at this point, to me, demands a double team. If you're going to run anywhere within the tackles, if you want to leave him solo, that's on you. That's just a bad call in my opinion. And right here, he makes them pay for it by doing a good job, like I said, getting off aggressive, getting his hands on, jacking him up, changing the line of scrimmage, and then moving with his lineman and getting to the ball and making this tackle. That's a phenomenal job by Grover Stewart. Like I said, this is his breakout year, contract year. If Grover Stewart doesn't want a obscene amount of money, I would take it. I would bring him back. But if he's wanting $9 million, $8 million, I don't know about that. See, hands on, aggressive fighting, looking for the ball, moving down the line of scrimmage, and then making this tackle. That is a phenomenal job there by Grover Stewart. You cannot ask for much more out of him. Next play I have for Grover is going to be 10:41 in the fourth quarter, and this is going to be a zone run play. And this is what I think he does best. He's good against power run schemes, yeah, but whenever they're running zone, outside zone, inside zone. He's really good at getting sideline to sideline. And here you're going to see a great example of it. Yeah, they got this stacked left side. Bringing the guy in motion. Making this jet sweep. Then tossing it. Here's Grover Stewart. Fighting his block. Doing a good job. Especially against, like I said, one of the best left guards in the NFL. That is Joel Bitonio. Joel Bitonio is easily probably top 4. Maybe top 3 since Richie Incognito's injured right now with that Achilles injury. But if we're talking active players, he's definitely a top 3 left guard in the league. And we see Stewart do a great job of fighting his block and then making this tackle, you know, way further than when he started. He's in a one technique now. Well, excuse me, that's JC Treader again. But yeah, like I said, just a fantastic job here. Getting off the ball, getting his hands on, changing the line of scrimmage, and then working his hips around and moving to the ball, fighting his block, and he ends up with the tackle here on the outside. This is your one technique, making a tackle on the outside for a minimal gain. That is excellent, and that's something Grover Stewart's done all year. He showed huge flashes of improvement. Like I said, I can't really brag on Grover Stewart enough either, because this is definitely a breakout year for him, especially on contract year. I would love to bring Grover back, as long as, you know, he doesn't ask for too much. We need to secure guys like Quentin Nelson, Darius Leonard, Braden Smith, guys like that. We have to get them for sure. And but yeah, I'd love to see him back in Colts blue. But let's move on. Next game we're going to be looking at, or next player we're going to be looking at, is Kenny Gallaudet. And this is the matchup versus Xavier Rhodes. Kenny Gallaudet is this big 6'4", 220-pound receiver, physical. He's not Calvin Johnson, but he's Calvin Johnson's replacement. Detroit's really been lacking a big play guy. And in the last couple games, he's had well over 200 yards, and he's been getting targeted a lot. 6 or 7 tries a game, just Matthew Stafford laying it up there, hoping he can go get one, and he's been coming down with them pretty frequently. So it's going to be a tough task for Xavier Rhodes to keep him in check, but I really think Xavier Rhodes can do that because of how Xavier Rhodes plays. He's also physical. He's also big. He's not scared of contact, and he'll go high, point the ball, just like Kenny Gallaudet. Okay, this is my first play I have for Kenny Gallaudet. Really talented, like I said, super talented. And what makes him so dangerous is just his ability to go get a ball and shield people from the ball with his big frames. Like I said, 6'4", 220, he's going to go get it. And Matthew Stafford, he's got a cannon, so he's not afraid to just sit back there and throw 6 or 7 of them deep balls a game, because he's very confident that Kenny Gallaudet is going to go up and come down with it. And you'll see right here, you're going to see a really good post route from Kenny Gallaudet. He's going to take off. He's going to get about 20 yards down the field. He's going to cut towards that post. And Matthew Stafford's going to put it there immediately, right on the line. So let's see it. Here comes Kenny. Off the ball, Matthew Stafford looking off defenders, looking away, comes back to his read, sees Kenny Gallaudet is going to be open on this cut and just lets it fly. Kenny Gallaudet doing a good job here, shielding off this defender, catching the ball, securing it to the ground. That's a really good job by him. The other angle shows the catch a lot better, so we're going to watch it too. Here Matthew Stafford catches the snap. Like I said, looking off defenders, brings his eyes back, and then it throws that post. And he's really confident in it. Matthew Stafford loves Kenny Gallaudet. In the last couple weeks, has really showed. He's been lighting it up. 100 receiving yards both games. And there, like I said, doing a really good job there of shielding the defender off, catching that ball. Coming down with it. Great job there from him. one more time. We'll go to the next one. Yeah, phenomenal job by him. So next play I got is going to be third quarter, 9:07. Next play I got here is going to be the third quarter at 9:07. This is going to be a big play to Kenny Gallaudet. Right here, Kenny Gallaudet just runs a go route. That's it. One-on-one man coverage. Matthew Stafford diagnoses it. And like I said, he's really confident in just throwing this ball to Kenny Gallaudet because he knows he's going to high point it and go get it. And right here is no exception. He throws it up there. Kenny Gallaudet high points it, gets it for a huge gain. See the play here. Kenny Gallaudet takes off down the sideline. Boom, goes and gets it. Great play there from him. Yeah, he's lethal, man. He really is. He's a very, very talented receiver. See it in slow motion. Boom. Like I said, he'll go high point the ball. I don't think the Jags were equipped to play against Kenny Gallaudet. I think we are, though. I think we have Xavier Rhodes, Rocky Ascend. Guys like that, they can play against him. If you don't have C.J. Henderson on him, if I was the Jags, I would not feel confident in that matchup. See it in the other angle. Matthew Stafford looking back, looking off people, and then comes back, lets it fly. Gallaudet doing a great job there, high pointing the ball and then catching it. See how he adjusts his body there at the last second? Comes back, adjusts his body, high points it, catches it. That's a superb job there. Superb job. Xavier Rhodes is just going to be a real testament of his man coverage. Last year when he played for the Vikings, his man coverage wasn't really good. And it was mostly because he was banged up. He was injured all year, playing through injuries, and now he's got healthy. And he's looking back to that form that we know Xavier Rhodes has played to. He is undoubtedly at this moment going to make the Pro Bowl. He's playing to that caliber. And here, he just makes a great play. Great play. It's pure man coverage. This is versus T. Higgins. T. Higgins cuts inside. He follows him the whole time. Stays in his hip pocket. Moves out here and then breaks this pass up. This is perfect coverage from him. And Xavier Rhodes is someone I can't brag on enough just how well he's playing. I didn't expect this level of play from him. He's allowing a 40% target to catch rate, one of the highest in the league, and he's really thriving in this Matt Eberflus zone-heavy scheme. He's loving it. He's a big physical corner. He loves zone coverage. He'll go and contest the ball. I mean, it's just a real career revitalization here because last year he just did not look like what he used to be, and now he's looking back to that prime Xavier Rhodes level. And like I said, right here, this is his man coverage. This isn't even zone. Like his forte is zone coverage, but right here he makes a great play on the ball in man coverage. See it? Bring him down. Play breaks down. Joe Burrow's moving out, stays right in his hip, and then does enough to break this up. That's a great job. Fantastic job by Xavier Rhodes there. One more time. Him go inside. Stays in his hip whenever he moves around. And then breaks it up. You just can't ask for any better coverage than that. Especially on one of the best young receivers in the league, a first-round pick. That is just excellent coverage. So this next play I have for him, this is going to be a sharp inside route here. And this is what he's really improved on this year, is just being able to guard this slant, this crossing route. And I saw statistics saying that on third down, whenever Xavier Rhodes is thrown at, quarterbacks are 0 for 10 against him on third down. That is lockdown. That is perfection. And here you're going to see no exception to that. This is just a fantastic play by him. He comes inside and reaches over and breaks that up. Stays right in his hip pocket. He's a big physical corner, so receivers are going to feel him. Right here, he notices he wants to go inside, gets in his hip, plays over the top, and smacks this ball down. That's a fantastic play by him. Again, you cannot ask for much more out of your corner there, if any more. I mean, that's just perfection. See it one time from this angle. Batted down. Great job there. Great job there. Again, I can't brag on him enough. I think he's played phenomenal this first 6 games we've had. I honestly, there's not too many corners I'd rather have than him. Maybe a Jalen Ramsey, people of that nature, but Xavier Rhodes he's up in that caliber right now. Just by the way he's been playing, he's in the elite caliber. Okay, so this is going to be my first play for Trey Flowers. This Trey Flowers-Anthony Castanzo matchup is going to be really one to watch. Anthony Castanzo's a 10-year vet with us. Played since Peyton Manning was there, all through Andrew Luck's career. He's really well-rounded. He's definitely a better run blocker at this point in his career, but he's still pretty sound in pass protection. He's really sound in his communication and technique, so not much gets by him. Him and Quentin Nelson have a really good communicatively on that side. Real issue with him, I don't know if it's regression or injury, but he hasn't played as well as he has in the past couple of years this year. But, you know, a 10-year veteran, 10-year starter, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this. He's still mobile, and he's still a quality player, so don't get me wrong there. But he's going to be versing Trey Flowers this week, so it's going to be a real big matchup. That's why I'm saying this is a big matchup, because Trey Flowers definitely is going to be looking to have a good game if they want to win here. But here's Trey Flowers. Like I said, quality player, quality player. He's just big, 6'2", 270. Plays the run really well, and he'll get pretty consistent pressure. I think he averages about 8-9 sacks a season, so he's a real constant force on that edge, also in the run game. Kind of like a Clowney. He reminds me a lot of Davion Clowney. Not as good, but that kind of play. So we'll see here. Here he does just an excellent job firing off the ball, getting his hands on, driving this guy back, and making the tackle in the backfield. I mean, it is really astounding how well he does on this play. Boom. Yeah, I mean, he sets that edge with the best of them, hands down. And it's really his aggressiveness. See how aggressive he is off the ball here. Puts his helmet in there, gets under him, jacks him up, changes his weight, and then makes this tackle here. That's just perfect. And I know this is versus a tight end, but you know, if they roll this guy down here, we're going to be seeing Jack Doyle versus him. And Jack Doyle's a really quality tight end too, so don't get that matchup construed. Jack Doyle can do a great job against anybody. Yeah, like I said, does a great job here. Getting off the ball, jacking this guy up, setting this edge, and then cutting inside to make this tackle. That's a really, really, really good job by Trey Flowers there. This is my last play I have for Trey Flowers here. Trey Flowers, like I said, he's really good in the run game, and that's definitely his forte, but he will get consistent pressure, and here you're going to see a superb bull rush onto this left tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this left tackle, he's a lot bigger than him, so, you know, bull rushing, you would think that would be his best move, but here, I mean, he just makes quick work of him and gets the strip sack on Gardner Minshew that they recover. Well, let's see here. Boom, gets off. Aggressive move, like I said. You see how aggressive he is when he gets off that ball and makes first contact. Gets his helmet in there, jacks him up, opens his shoulder up, swipes at that ball, doing a fantastic job there getting that fumble sack. This is somebody I really don't want to see a lot of one-on-one matchups with Anthony Castanzo. Trey Flowers played for that New England system, and he's really smart. He knows what he's doing out there. I'm sure he's picked up a few things from Bill Belichick, and he's carried it to the Lions. He's been a real force on this Lions team. They also just got Everson Griffin, but he won't be active for this game against the Colts, so that's a good thing. But yeah, really quality play out of him. That's the only plays I have for him, but now we're going to go to Castanzo. This is going to be my first play for Anthony Castanzo here. The reason I picked this game is because Anthony Castanzo was playing against Yannick Ngakoue, one of the best edge rushers in the league. If you're a Colts fan, I'm sure you know him from playing against him and Calais Campbell in Jacksonville for 3 or 4 years there. yeah, he's a really quality player. And this was a real big test for him, and he did get beat a few of these plays, but he did a pretty good job on these 2 plays I'm going to show you. So he's not really washed, like I was saying, but he's not the player he once used to be. So him and this Trey Flowers matchup is going to be really key here. It's going to be really key. And I think Anthony Castanzo can hold his own against the likes of Trey Flowers, because I don't think Trey Flowers is in any way as good as Yannick Ngakoue. But this is just a really good showing of what Anthony Castanzo can do, because he does a very, very good work on these 2 plays against Yannick Ngakoue. See here, in slow-mo. Really good job. Kick slide, mirrors him, gets his helmet in there, moves his feet with him, and does a really good job stalling this rush off. Quentin Nelson comes over to help, but he's already beat. That's a really, really good job there by Anthony Castanzo. See it one more time here. Good solid base. One of the things I do like about Anthony Castanzo, he's never off balance. Here he's doing a good job kick sliding, getting to him. Like I said, mirroring, getting his hand in there, not holding, and doing a good job getting back in front of him and stopping that rush. That's an excellent job from him. Again, this is going to be versus Yannick Ngakoue. This is a really, really good matchup for them. They know it's going to be one-on-one. They know they got their best edge rusher versus Castanzo. So this is a big matchup. This is something the Vikings really look for. They want to win. But Anthony Castanzo here does a really good job one-on-one making this block. Good job mirroring him there on his kick slide. Gets set on him, gets his hands on him. Then sets back, does a good job. This is a good pocket for Phillip Rivers. He has all kinds of time here. That's a really quality work there from Castanzo. Like I said, his technique is really good. He's really fast on his feet. He gets back, he gets in position. He does a really good job on Yannick Ngakoue here. See it one more time. Yeah, excellent job there. Notice how he shoots his hand initially there to stop his inside rush. If he wanted to cut inside, he's going to get hit by that right arm. Then sets his left hand on the inside. Yeah, that's a good job. He has leverage there. Seals the pocket. Great job there from him. Yeah, these are going to be. But that's all I have for the video. This is all the clips I have. But these are going to be 3 key matchups I really believe are going to be pertinent in this game. If the Lions want to win this game, they have to win all 3 of these, in my opinion. Do I think they're going to win all 3 of these? Absolutely not. I don't think Trey Flowers is like the super elite defensive end, but he's quality. And so is Anthony Castanzo. Anthony Castanzo is quality. Same with Kenny Gallaudet. Kenny Gallaudet is starting to look like an elite receiver, but he's versing an elite corner in Xavier Rhodes. And then the same with Frank Ragno. He is definitely one of the elite centers in this league now. But Grover Stewart is right there with him. He is starting to emerge as an elite player also. So these are going to be, like I said, 3 key matchups to this game. And that's all the clips I have for you. If you're still here, I appreciate you taking the time and watching this video. But until next time, guys, peace.